All right. So let's talk about who we think is going to win this weekend. Now, we have the Eagles versus the Niners. Let's look at the Niners depth chart real quick, just to get an idea. So let's see. Brock. Jimmy Garoppolo. Oh, he's still hurt, huh? So he couldn't even come in if Brock went down. I just wonder what they're going to do with Trey Lance next year. What are they going to do with him? What are they going to do with this guy? Because they're both under contract. Like, what are we doing? It's just like, I mean, it's a good problem to have, but like, what are we doing actually? Now they got quarterback, running back, receiver. Ayuk is not, he's okay, but on every other team, I don't think he's a number two. He's probably a number three on most teams. This guy's okay. Kittle is a number one on any team, so is this guy. Trenton is probably the best left tackle in the league. Other than that, Brendell's alright, and McGlinchey's alright. So their middle and out tackles are pretty decent to very good. Let's look at the defense. Kinlaw. Oh, yeah, he's a D tackle. Armstead. So their D-line is really good. I don't know about this guy. He must be a rookie. So their front four is really good. Greenlaw. Warner is really good. Also, the other linebackers are really good. And, wow, their DBs are pretty good, too, minus this guy. I don't know who this is. Probably good. Womack is fast. Jimmy Ward is pretty good, too. They use him a lot. Yeah, this roster is really freaking good. The Chargers probably have the best roster, just based on just names. That's it. But obviously the coach for the Chargers is not that good. All right, now let's look at the Eagles roster. We got Jalen Miles, he's okay. I just don't know. A.J. Brown's good. Devonta's good. Quez is speedy. Dallas is okay. Jordan Mailata's all right. Landon's good. Kelsey's good. Yeah, their O-line is probably better than the Niners, I would say. Their receivers are better. Running back, not better. Quarterback, I mean, we'll give Jalen Hurts the edge because he's been there longer, but I just don't know. Now, let's look at their defense. They got Graham's been there forever. Their whole D-line has been there forever. Since like Chip Kelly, Andy Reid days. So, yeah, this front four is really good. Linebackers, Hassan Riddick is okay. He's more of a rusher. These linebackers are meh. Corners are really good. He's shut down. Gardner's really good. Thought they had, C.J. Gardner's probably hurt because he's supposed to be in the air. I thought at free safety. But, the Eagles look stacked, man. It's going to be a stacked roster versus a stacked roster. It's going to come down to which quarterback plays the best. And in my opinion, I think they made the 49ers look like they were world beaters not the 49ers. The Eagles looked like they were world beaters last night, destroying the Giants, who got through the Vikings, but the Vikings we know are a sham. So it's just all confusing. It's just hard to gauge what's going to happen. I think the Niners are going to win, though. I think they're going to flip it on everyone because everyone thinks the Eagles are going to blow them out. And I just don't see it. Man. They're going to probably play a lot like the Cowboys. Jalen Hurts is better than Dak. So, I mean, the Eagles can easily beat the Niners. Like, I'm talking easily, but I think the Niners are going to get it done just based on the script. It's more of a Disney script if Brock Purdy makes it than Jalen Hurts. Like, I just don't know where the storyline is for Jalen Hurts and the Eagles team. Like, it's just not that enticing. Like, the Eagles win, okay, and then what? And so it just makes no sense. But if every other team wins, I could see that story building up even more. You know, if you think about it, Joe Burrow finally got his title after losing last year. Brock Purdy is the Cinderella story, last pick, winning it, right? And then you got Pat Mahomes winning while he's injured, right? 2-time playing against the old team with Andy Reid. So it's like every other team I can see the storyline but the Eagles. So with that, that's why I would say the Eagles probably are going to fall. If this were real football, I would pick the Eagles. Like, I would say the Eagles got this if it were real football. But it's just a TV show. That's what it is. It's a 3-hour TV show. So, Niners. We're going to stick with the Niners. Let me write that down. Who knows? I was right about every pick last week, but this week and the Super Bowl is probably the hardest 2 games to pick. They are probably the hardest 2 games the more I think about it. Whenever you try to pick a Super Bowl winner and a conference championship winner on both sides, hard. It's so hard to do. Alright, so the Bengals Chiefs. Now, if this were real football, I'd pick the Bengals, but let's look at their rosters first. Let's look at the Chiefs. Mahomes, they don't even have an injury moniker next to them, so this is bull. So the injury was probably fake, or, it's probably fake, or they're trying to build a storyline to let him play injured and win. So it's like, actually, it's either he's faking the injury and he's going to win, or he's actually injured and he just can't get away from the Bengals rush and the Bengals beat him. So there's 2 ways that the NFL did this. They did this to make him look like he's amazing. Oh my God, he won while he was injured. He has no foot. Oh my God, he couldn't even run, right? It's that, or it's, oh my God, Mahomes couldn't move. The rush kept getting to him. He had no time. He couldn't step up in the pocket. He couldn't move. That's why they lost. So those are the only 2 ways that this game is going to go. It's almost too predictable. I just don't know which way they're going to go with it because I don't know if the injury is real. If I knew just that, I'd tell you exactly what's going to happen. But I just don't know about that. It all depends. And we're going to know right away. If we see him moving gingerly, and it doesn't look like fake and forced, he's actually injured. And then the Bengals will have a chance. I'm going to try to watch them come out when they do the entrances, because that'll be a huge tell. That'll tell you right away who's going to win. I'll try to check that out. Maybe do a video on that if I can, if they do show that. Sometimes they don't. But that's going to be a big tell. We're going to have eyes on him. Pacheco kind of came out of nowhere. McKinnon's good. This guy was good. He got hurt, though. Juju's decent. Tony is decent. Got him from the Giants. Hardman has fell down the depth chart, huh? Kelsey, very good. Burton, meh. Orlando, Thuney, Humphrey, Trey Smith. Yeah, I mean, they have a serviceable line. It's decent. It's not elite by any stretch, but it's definitely serviceable and some. I'd say that. D-line, meh. D-line has a lot left to be desired. Chris Jones is okay. Frank Clark. Hopefully they're not going to be on the same side, because then to heavy cover and slide left. You want them on opposite sides so you cause havoc, but we'll see how they do that. Their linebackers are decent. Dunlap, I thought, was more of a rusher than an outside backer. Maybe he still is a rusher. McDuffie. That is such an Irish last name. Justin Reed, Thornhill, Sneed. I don't know. This defense is kind of meh. They have a few players here and there, but I am not crazy about this defense. If it's the story of the AFC is the great quarterbacks. The story of the NFC is the great rosters. So this year it's going to come down to what is more important, having a great roster or having a great quarterback. That's what we're going to see. And the Super Bowl is basically going to tell us how the league is going to be played for the next 5 years. If it's a great roster that wins and they beat the quarterback, guess what everybody's going to do? They're going to bolster their rosters. If it's the great quarterback that beats the great roster, then everyone's going to continue trying to find that quarterback. And that's what it's going to come down to. Let's look at the Bengals roster. So Joey B, he's definitely the best QB, or at least number 2 out of the ones that are left. It's him and Mahomes. But Mahomes, if he's hurt, then Burrow's number 1 right now. And then Mixon is the best running back out of the bunch. I think he's better than McCaffrey, just straight running the ball. I don't know about receiving, but running, Mixon is better. Jamar is probably the best receiver. Him and A.J. Brown, probably. T. Higgins is probably the second best. This man's 6'4", 6'5", jumps out of the gym. Like, he's so underrated. Tyler Boyd is really good, too. He's a bigger slot guy. He's like 6'3", and he plays a slot. Slot guys are usually like under 5'10". Hayden Hurst has really come on. And this is where their problems are lying. Alex Kappa's alright, but other than that, like, their whole line is just not what it should be at all. So, yeah. They had another guy. What was his name? Quentin Spain. Whatever happened to him? He was a decent right guard. I don't know what happened to him. He may have gotten hurt. They may have traded him. And now if you look at their defense, Sam Hubbard has been there forever. I want to say like 6, 7, 8 years. They call him the Cincinnati Kid, man. And he's from there. That's crazy. Reeder, he's from the Texans. He's pretty decent. B.J. Hill. So, yeah, their front four is pretty good. Their front four is probably better than the Chiefs now that I look at it. Their backers, Pratt is good. And Gaither's okay. Logan, Eli Apple is just a talker, but they bolstered him up. Mike Hilton's actually pretty good. So I don't know why he's not starting. Jesse Bates, Von Bell. So their defense is good, guys. They have a good defense. Like, I would definitely hand that to them. These two games are clearly just so hard to pick. Like, it's just so hard to pick, but you gotta pick one, right? Gotta pick one. And my heart, like, the Bengals were my Super Bowl pick, but after seeing where the money is, after the Mahomes injury, just after seeing how everything is laid out, I just don't think the Bengals are going to win, man. And Joe Burrow's still young, so they'll probably just make him just keep chasing. Like, I just hope they don't make him to the NFL's Charles Barkley, new age. Like, I hope he can get it done. Like, then again, it's the Bengals. They have no market. Them winning, how does that help the NFL? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like the NFL makes more money off the Bengals losing in big games than winning. Like, small market teams winning the Super Bowl, it just doesn't help the NFL whatsoever. So that's just another reason I would do that. The Chiefs aren't a big market either, but Mahomes is a big-time name. Flashy. But if you're holding a gun to my head, I think the script is made for the Chiefs to win, because the Bengals have beaten them the last 3 times, guys. Last 2 were in the playoffs, right? If I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong about that. But if that's the case, then there's no way it's going to be strike 4. So I think those 3 games were made to make us think, oh, the Bengals are so much better, they have no chance. And then the Chiefs just get it done at the end of the game. But then again, guys, we're going to watch the opening when they announce everybody and they come out. And then based on that, I might change my pick. But if you don't hear anything, these picks are going to stay the same. So we're going to go with the Chiefs. And it's going to be Niners-Chiefs for now. And then we'll check out the entrances. And if I see anything weird, if I see bad body language, we might even do it live. So you guys can all see it yourself. I might just pull up the screen, take the copyright just because I don't care, and just see what the hell is going on with these players and see if they show us anything weird. And other than that, I think we can leave it off here. I don't think I have anything else planned other than that. Yeah, those are my picks. And yeah, we may go live Sunday for the entrances, and then we'll go from there. If you got any questions, just hit me up, and